Another Brink Radio exclusive.
What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are listening to Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. Talk about bumping 96.3 because you know Brink put the B in bumping, right? Of course you do. Look, we got a super tremendous guest on the show tonight. She is actually no stranger to this platform. Like I said, I've been rocking with this girl for years, man. Knocking on about 10 of them. I believe almost about 9, 10 of them things. We got my girl, and she always busy. We talking about Jus Bentley. How you doing?
What it do?
Hey,
Jus Bentley in the building. Now, first off, hold on. You ain't had to tell them folk no 9, 10 years. You put my business out there, man.
Hey, man, your business is being busy, so you been busy for the last 8, 9, 10 things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I've been rocking with you for a minute. It's definitely a pleasure to have you on this platform. Like I said, we're on the radio now.
I appreciate the opportunity to be able to be on here, man. For real.
Now, you know we got plenty to talk about because, I mean, like I said in your introduction, you've been doing your thing for quite some time.
Yeah.
You actually been rebranding lately. Let's talk about that, like, because what does all of that encompass? Because I've been seeing you, I've been seeing your grind for such a long time, you know, even since the last interview we did on BrinkTV.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you rebranding.
I feel like my rebranding just comes with me, just being more authentic, be more myself, not necessarily trying to, be like nobody else or do what nobody else is doing, just really, staying in my lane and what's working for me. So I feel like a part of my rebranding is just me being authentic, just showing y'all who I really am, So, yeah.
So who the hell are you?
Jus Bentley, of course. But I feel like if you have been a Jus Bentley fan from like 2016, there's some things that you notice, that are different. Because we are visual people, of course, I know you see a different look. Yeah. You're like, what's going on? What's there? Stuff like that. But in rebranding, I feel like before I was doing things that may be appeasing to everyone versus just being real and authentic to myself. One thing a lot of people didn't know is then when I had a different attire on, after the show was over, after the studio was done, after I didn't have to be at the party no more, I came home and put this on. Yeah. Like, this was my everyday, outfit. Like, I wasn't the polished person that you see every time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it just got to the point to where I'm like, okay, so how long am I going to do this? Yeah. Like, how long am I going to have to feel like this is a job or this is the work when I really just want to enjoy being a creative and doing music and being myself? So how can I get to that point? Yeah. And so it took some like growth, some self-learning. I got into reading books. I really just honed in on what do I want Jus Bentley to be afterwards. Yeah. After everything is said and done, when they go back and listen to Jus Bentley, what are you learning? What are you gaining? What type of motivation did I give you? What type of support did you hear? You know what I'm saying? Like, just feel like with self-learning comes growth. Yeah. And so, you can only evolve.
And I love that you said that because one of my favorite phrases is evolve or become extinct. Yeah. And you definitely went through an amazing transformation. Like not even just your look, but your music, everything. Like, you really popping out on a whole nother plateau right now. Yeah. So I got to commend you on that. Now, of course, we got to talk about the Rockstar album that you dropped last year. Yeah. Of course, it features songs like Real You, Sunset Party. Yeah. Obviously, the new single, which will be Show Me, available right now.
Yeah, go get that right now. Video out right now on YouTube. Jus Bentley TV.
Let's talk about that video, though, man, because the video, as I told you off the air, aesthetically perfect. Like, it looks great. Like, from the colors to, the theme, everything about it, it looks great. Yeah. One thing that I want to dive into, you told me something off the air, and I really feel like we should explore this on air. Mm-hmm. You said that this was your very first time in a music video where the quote unquote love interest or, the guest starring person is a female. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so that was really different, and it was a big milestone for a lot of reasons because, like you said, it was something that I've never done before. Correct. But it's always been me. You understand what I'm saying? So as far as, trying to hone into that. That wasn't the hard part. It was trying to make sure on camera that I'm conveying this in a way to where we're at a point now with Jus Bentley. Either this is what you want to see going forward, whether every video is like that, but just the growth of Jus Bentley, or this could be the stopping point where, hey, I enjoyed Jus Bentley to this time, but this right here may not be for me. So it was like I was drawing the line in the sand. Like either you're going to be on this side or you're going to be on that side. Whichever side you pick is fine, but it was more so of, this is me. This is who I am. Either you can accept it and we can grow together, or not, and I can still grow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, too, this was big for me because this was like my first announcement unapologetically in my music. Like, I'm putting it in your face, pretty much. Like, there is, if you had questions, there should be no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where I was setting up with it. And I got to shout out my director, man, Visionary Rebel, because from the beginning to literally the end of the video, we mapped it out. Yeah. Like, it was my first time, well, my second time, because we did Risky like that, but it was my first time to where I really understood how a music video is supposed to be put together and the time that it takes for you to make sure that every scene is executed. Correct. Not just putting something together, but like actually planning, okay, for the first 15 seconds, I'm going to be on the couch. You're going to be looking at the camera, and the camera's going to be directly above you. Like, literally every scene we planned out. And I really couldn't have done it without her. Like, and shout out Reddy, too, man, because we tell him the vision, and he like, all right, I got y'all. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to tell a director, this is how I want to shoot my video, but it's another thing to come with a plan, and he executes every scene. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better, like, team to be working with. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely got to shout out the team, you know.
Yeah, got to shout out the team.
Can't make it happen
it's
without.
Too many people that say they did it by themselves. And I'm a victim of that. I used to say that all the time. No, I did it by myself. But when you grow, you realize the only way that God can bless you is through other people. So if you're not trying to help nobody, if you're not trying to, you know, grow or, you know, take somebody to the next level, it's going to be a long while before you get to where you think you finna go.
I promise, man. Yeah. Hey, got to stop taking that scenic route. So we got to talk more about this video because the end of the video, it kind of had me a little puzzled. I'm
That's
like,
my favorite part.
What's going on? What's up with little mama at the end?
Man, the end of the video, really, to me, it just like solidifies what's coming next. Okay. Like, it's kind of like a, hey, this is smooth. And then we get to the end and it's like a, wait, what happened? Like, what's going on? And that's what I wanted for the audience. Like, I want the audience to be like, oh, what's next? Oh, what's coming? Wait, what happened? We wanted that, you know, type of cliffhanger, you know, type ending. So I think it's going to be really good for y'all to see how it actually plays out.
Now, I want to take a quick detour because, like, let's get some familiarity going on. Yeah. That's something that I've experienced. You know, for all of y'all who haven't watched the video, I encourage you definitely go watch the video right now. It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
That's something that I've experienced, like kicking it with a young lady. Mm-hmm. You know, go out, wine, dine, have an amazing time. Yeah. And that continues, and then all of a sudden, abruptly. Yeah. You know, so is that something that you've experienced as well, or what?
I personally haven't experienced it, but I've had friends who we were cool. We would all go out. Everything was cool, and then like the next week, like they not talking no more. You know what I'm saying? Just an issue. And it's like, but y'all was just cool. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, both sides to blame. Because we got to be real. Sometimes girls just go out with dudes because they hungry.
Wow.
And sometimes guys just buy the food because they want something else. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people would just be upfront and honest in the beginning and listen. Yeah. You can be upfront, but if they not listening, they ain't hearing you. Yeah. Y'all both got to be, like, mutually, you know what I'm saying, on the same level mentally, to where if I'm a guy and I tell you, hey, this is just what I want, I need you to be woman enough to listen to what I'm saying and hear me, not just be like, okay, I can change his mind, Cause he ain't gonna be at home crying. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with dudes. Some dudes chase after women. They know they not feeling them like that, but because they dropping the money off, is that. Okay, so you pay for that time. You can't be mad. Right. So you just got to be honest and upfront. What you want to do, what you trying to do, what is it? And then I feel like all that'll be alleviated.
So I gotta ask you, like, have you ever went out just because you was hungry?
No, because I have been busy my whole life.
There you go.
So I've never had to do that.
Yeah. I mean, because you said some women go out because they're hungry.
And it's, and it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you believe it to the extreme of one spectrum, you got to believe it to the extreme of another spectrum. And that's just how it is. Like, and it's not to shame anybody. It's just to say what is really going on, like what is really happening. And the dating pool is kind of like my video showed me. Yeah. Y'all have a great few weeks, and then somewhere out of nowhere, whether it be the guy or the girl, y'all just stop talking for like a simple argument or a simple misunderstanding. And it's like, yeah, that's real life.
And it sucks. But anyway, like I say, Rockstar album is available right now. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with their all streaming platforms.
Yes.
And of course, on this show, we got to figure out which song you go play, coming up later. So you be thinking about that right now. I want to go ahead and change the flow of traffic just a tad bit. You also are not just Bentley, but you're also Coach King. Tell me about Coach King. Who is Coach King?
Yes, Coach King. Wow. Just to hear that out loud is crazy for me. Yeah. But yes, I am a middle school girls basketball coach. Okay. Here in Memphis, Tennessee. And this was my first year actually coaching.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And it was a different experience, but it was also an excellent learning experience because it taught me a lot about coaching versus teaching, and more so of being the example versus telling you how to do something.
Right.
So in basketball, I was just under the assumption that by middle school, the girls that want to play basketball, they were playing. Like they were, but I was also, had in my head, I was kind of biased because of how I was when I was young.
Yeah.
So when I see these girls and this is their first time ever playing basketball, their first time ever, playing on a team, it in the beginning I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? Because I'm just so used to working with kids who maybe already know this is what they want to do, not necessarily guiding them. But through the process, I learned that it's not the end, it's the journey of me teaching this young girl who didn't know how to do a layup, but by the end of the game, by the end of the season, she know how to do a layup and a jump shot.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's that whole process. Now it's not to say she make every layup, it's not to say she makes every shot, but it's to say that I took out my time to show her to do this, and she believed and trusted in me so much that she actually gave all her effort to do it. And now she sees that she can do it. Yeah. Like, to me, that's the reward. That's everything.
And it's definitely incredible how you strengthening the confidence of these young women, because, like you said, it may be people who never done a layup, never played basketball in life, but now they've, I won't say mastered, but they've accomplished this next thing under their belt. So that's definitely amazing. So you did mention teaching. Yeah. How long you been teaching?
It'll be my second year in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and for the record, I started at the bottom. I'm talking about sub level.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, have you seen Abbott Elementary?
Okay.
Do you see how they treat the subs?
Crazy.
Okay, that's where I started at.
Yeah.
So I have been through that whole process. By the way, shout out Abbott Elementary, man, because that is an excellent show. Like, it's for everyone. If you want to know what anything about school is like, working at a school, being an administrator, Abbott Elementary is the excellent show.
One time for my guy Tyler James Williams, man.
Definitely. Yeah. Shout out to the whole cast, man. They dope.
All right, so you've been teaching for about 2 years now. Now, how much of you being young helped you inside of that atmosphere?
It helped me a lot, actually. Okay. It makes it easier for the kids to relate to me. Now that could also be viewed as good and bad, because sometimes, because I am like the cool coach, they want to come and tell me stuff. Yeah. But at the same time, I got to have those boundaries. Like, okay, yeah, I'm listening to you, but it's some stuff I don't need to know,
Correct.
Depending. And I have to kind of decipher, like, are you telling me something that I should be alarmed about, or are you just venting to me? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, they I think it's my height too. They just think I'm just one of them or something. Like, yeah.
Hey, she is definitely not one of them. So we got to talk about a single that you released a little while ago. We're talking about Discipline.
Yeah.
Now, that video was nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, nuts. Like, it was just all kind of chaos. The kids was going crazy.
Yeah.
Now, how much...
Shout out Spring Hill Academy, man.
No doubt. How much of that was real life? Like, when you first started teaching, like, was they busting you upside the head with a wad of paper or what? Then you was like, ain't nothing even written on this paper. It's empty. Like, was that really happening?
No. Nobody was throwing no paper balls at me. But as far as the kids beating on the desk, rapping, the girls in the corner fighting, the other girls in the back doing TikTok dances, yes, that is an everyday occurrence at school. Like, and it's probably on all levels too, even all the way up to high school. But yes, that is definitely something that you are going to go through in a classroom.
And one thing you told me off the air that we definitely got to talk about, you said that checking is like the thing to do at school. Like, they be fine everybody.
Bro, I gotta take my shades. I gotta take my shades off of this one. Bro, let me tell you something. Checking in 2024 is not like checking when y'all was in school. I'm telling you, whatever you thought then, bro, these kids are ruthless. I gotta look y'all in the camera. These kids are ruthless. Yeah. They will check you to the ends of the earth. And then when you get to the end of the earth, they gonna check you that you on the end of the earth. Like, bro, it's wild. But they did help me. They did help me, brush up on my checking skills. So that was good. But the checking ruthless. It's unbelievable. Like, what?
Just going for the jugular every time.
I'm going to call you and be like, hey, come to my classroom right quick, just so you can hear what they be saying. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
One line from this song, you said, I will never bash my city because this is where my business started. Right. Expound on it.
So, okay, for me to expound on it, I got to go all the way to the beginning. So the reason that this song came about, any of this even started, was from a Facebook post. I had seen a lot of people from Memphis saying that I had to leave Memphis because I couldn't do this, or I had to leave Memphis because my business wasn't this, or my life wasn't this. And they were going to these places saying, my life got so much better than that. So something in me was just like, no, you just didn't have no discipline. You just didn't have no reason to really go hard. And that's one thing that moving does. You in a new city, you in a new place, you ain't gonna do nothing but put 2 feet on the pavement. And I felt like if you could have had this same grind, hustle, discipline in the city, you would have been able to accomplish those same things. So that post went viral. Yeah. Boom. Post went viral. I ended up posting it on my Instagram too. Post went viral on Instagram. People, I'm talking about people are giving me paragraphs on why what I'm saying is wrong. And they're missing the whole point that all I said was, you need discipline. Yeah. If you're arguing with me about discipline, you let me know you ain't got no discipline. You not even, you the person I'm talking to. Yeah. So then from that, I was like, man, now they not hearing me. Like, they not understanding what I'm saying. Like, so then I hit Desi up. I was like, bro, I got this song. I need to go and drop it. Like, I need to get it out. Like, because if my city feels like that they can't be successful because they're in the city, me being somebody who is an advocate for the city, that means I'm not doing my job. Correct. So how can I reach these people in a way that they'll listen? Right. Oh, okay, we finna put it in a song. You ain't got no discipline. That's your problem. Yeah. If you don't know what your problem is on why you not successful, why this not working out for you, why you can't do this, why you can't get on BrinkTV, because you not disciplined. That's all you got to do is have some discipline. Yeah. And that's the message that I was trying to convey. And I was like, you know what? These people that's coming at me, they grown. They got kids. I probably can't change their mind, but I can go rap to the kids. Fact. I can go let the kids know, hey, you ain't got no discipline. That's your problem. But look, all you need is discipline. If that's your only problem, then all you need is discipline. And the way the kids gravitated to it, the love from that is what made the older people be like, okay, well, yeah. It's what made the teachers and the principals be like, yeah, we want her to come. It's what made these dance teams and stuff want Jus Bentley to come and perform this song because, for one, it's positive. Yeah. Who would be upset about something that's positive? I'm not telling your kids to go pick up no gun. I'm not telling your kids to go do no drugs. I'm telling them that they need discipline because that is going to carry them throughout their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, me teaching, I see everything. I see how big of the influence that these artists are. So I'm like, okay, all they doing is doing a song and it's catchy and it. Oh, okay, well, let me get the beat and let me ride, and because that's what's gonna reach them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that song was and is universal. You can play that song at a cookout. You can play that at your church. It ain't got no curse words in it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like to me, it's for everybody. So that was really one of the songs that made me be like, oh yeah, Jus Bentley growing up.
Right.
Like Jus Bentley, like she taking a ride. She been going on the journey, but this where her stop it, and this where she going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely love that song, man, because like I say, that line right there, and I'm glad you brought it up, that viral post. I can't remember who it was. And if I could remember who it was, I probably wouldn't say it on the air. But I remember somebody on Facebook made a status and they were kind of bashing Memphis. And I remember you and me was in the comments defending Memphis, like tag teaming. Yeah. Because this came after, like, I had moved to Atlanta, but I came back because, you know, of course, I've already told my story on why I came back, but I never bashed the city while I was gone because I went to go get them resources. And that's the thing about people, man. They leave, but they want to take a dump on Memphis. Memphis is what made you. Like, why
and you
want to
leave and you want to keep up with Memphis.
Right.
You not in the city, but you know everything going on in the city. You might as well just stay in the city. What are we talking about right now? Like what? Like, that's how I be feeling with people when they say that about Memphis. You left. Okay. Well, be where you at. Build up where you at. Don't be talking about here. You're not even here no more.
And then, like, when the Grizzlies doing good, my city, nah, bro.
No, you pick your side, stay over
cheer
there.
For the Hawks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cheer for
and then
the
when
Mavericks.
you come back to Memphis, then you can cheer for the Grizzlies. But
right
now you on the Hawks.
Stay on this side.
Man,
Rockets,
that's all I'm saying.
You in Houston, you a Rockets fan now. You ain't
because essentially what you saying when you say that, all the people that's working, that's actually trying to do positive things in the city or trying to move the needle in a different direction, you basically saying they ain't doing nothing. You basically saying all their hard work, all their efforts, all their time is nothing. And why would you do that? Like, why would you, especially you knowing that that's your home city? I would rather you not say nothing. I would rather you not say nothing or keep it in your circle versus to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because every city got their own problems. So it's like, I don't hear nothing about Wisconsin. I don't hear nothing about North Dakota. Maine. I don't hear nothing about them. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Why
Idaho,
is everybody in Memphis business?
Not
that's
even
what I'm saying.
Idaho, yeah.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's it. That's where I'm coming from with it.
Perfect segue. You say every city got problems.
Yeah.
But it's all about the people who doing something to solve and correct it. You actually did a backpack giveaway. Let's talk about that. So
the school that I did the discipline video at, I reached out and they were doing a pep rally. Okay. And I was actually able to perform, and I told them, you know, I do want to perform, but I also want to give away, you know, backpacks and stuff like that just for the kids. And it had like notebooks, pencils, erasers, you know, the whole thing that you need or whatever in the backpack. And when I was passing them out, it was like the kids were so grateful, so thankful. Like, now mind you, school had already been in, so these kids already got backpacks. Yeah. But it was just a simple fact of they were appreciative that somebody came and thought about them enough to give them something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was big. That was big for me. That was like the third backpack giveaway I did. I definitely got to keep that going. And I'm appreciative of what you're doing. So since I'm appreciative, I want you to give the listeners something. What song we playing tonight? Well, I mean, we done hyped it up so much, so we might as well go into discipline. Because I know it's somebody listening right now who like, man, I really want to hear that song about that discipline. We finna play it. All right, go ahead, introduce it for the people. What it do? It's your girl, Jus Bentley, and right now you are finna get into my new single, Discipline, right now. And
And of course, we back. We're talking about Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. I'm your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, pinky and the thumb, trying to get y'all sprung while I get me some. Y'all just heard Discipline by my girl, Jus Bentley. You ain't got no discipline. That's your problem. You understand me? This is what we talking about. So, Jus Bentley.
Thanks.
We got more to talk about because in addition to, Rockstar being out, in addition to Discipline being out, you also dropped a single called Risky. And that video, man, it spoke to me.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. What's popping with Risky?
Man, Risky was like another one of them ones. Like I had wanted that to be my first single or my first installment of Rockstar, because I kind of wanted people to like get some backstory or some like texture of leading into Show Me, because I ain't want to drop Show Me and then just be like, where this coming from?
Yeah.
Risky was more so of me being like, I'm me, that ain't what I'm finna do, and that's just that. And then it get to a point to where I'm thinking I'm talking to somebody whole time. I'm talking to myself. Like I'm trying to prove to myself that what they telling me, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I do believe it. So I'm constantly, I'm still going to these meetings, knowing that's not me. I'm still, doing this or doing that, knowing that it's not me, but I'm trying to make it me. And then I get to the end where I'm just like, man, I can't do it no more. Like I just can't do it. And then the demon man, he comes sit beside me, and I'm thinking I'm finna have to fight.
Yeah.
Whole time is me. It's like, man, I've been battling all of this stuff whole time. I'm battling within myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I set Risky up. Like even on the hook, like I know this lifestyle risky. I know the demons out to get me. Like even you could take that on surface level where you think, whether you think like if you do something wrong, then the devil gonna get you, la la la. Or you can take that even deeper. Like I know this lifestyle risky. I know me being in this music business is risky, and I know things is gonna be thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? That it's not gonna be good for me, but I just can't let it get me because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to really relate to that video a lot.
Yeah.
I just want to dive into like some of because as I told you off the air, I was reading some of the things in the label meeting scene.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading some of the things they had on the board.
Yeah.
And it really displayed the pressures of this industry.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, for you because you're a woman, a lot of guys, they just let them be whatever they are.
Yeah.
A lot of guys come from the streets, they just let them be street.
Right.
But when it comes to women, for some reason, it feels like there is a factory, and okay, we're going to give you implants.
Right.
We're going to give you a bigger butt. We're going to change your teeth.
Right.
We're going to, give you these wigs, and wigs was actually one of the things on the board.
No, for real. It's real life.
Let's dive into those pressures that you face with that. Because like you said, your own words, you know these things, but you got to fight yourself to say that I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But you feel like you got to do that.
Right. Man, that's a great question. So just speaking on the video, everything that was on the board, everything on there is purposely put on there.
Yeah.
And it's purposely put on there because if you look at the state of female rap right now, whether we talking about mainstream or not, the ones that get that push or get that, I don't even want to call it push, I'm just going to say support. The ones that get that support look all the same. But it's not necessarily negative. I'm not trying to say it in a negative way. I'm more so saying it because we are visual people. You are going to lean more on what is visually more pleasing to you. So I get that aspect. But let's talk about lyrics. If we get into the lyrics of what these women are saying, just think about it like this. 10 years from now, right? When we look at these lyrics, is this something that we're going to be proud of, or are we going to say we just said it to get a check?
Wow.
If you are 100% comfortable with saying I said it to get a check, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. You have made your decision. You have put in your mind, this is what I'm going to do to get this. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you have put in your mind that this is something that you want people to gain from, you want them to feel uplifted, you want them to feel like they're not the only one going through it, or you want them to feel like you got their back, there's a certain type of music as far as lyrical wise that's not being portrayed from the female rappers. Yeah. And I feel like that's where the disconnect is, because women come up and they could be extremely lyrical, but then they get put in this box to where they got to be like this, and then they got to dumb their lyrics down, or they just got to say this or say it like that. So for me, when I was thinking about what to put on the poster board, I put things on there that people said to me. Yeah. I was trying to make it as real for me as it was for the person that was singing it. And it's crazy that you point that out, because not a lot of people would not admit that. A lot of people would just be like, oh, well, she just put down the board because that's what she think. You said it in a way like, no, that's what it is. Correct. So that let me know that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you looking at it like, why? I'm looking at it the same way. Yeah. Why? Because there's other artists that don't look like that who are just as talented. But so are we going to focus on talent, or are we going to focus on money? Because you have to, being a female artist, you have to make up in your mind, are you going to be that artist that, like I said, in 10 years, they can look back on this and is this, or are you just trying to get some money right now for your family?
And it's a lot like...
two things can be right. Yeah. You can do both. But understand what that comes with. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready for everything that comes with. And it might not necessarily be told on the front end. So, yeah.
And as I was going to say, like, it's a lot like getting a tattoo. Like, are you going to feel the same way about this tattoo 10, 15, 20 years later? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just something you did because you was young and in the moment? Exactly. Or drunk, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Now, I think it's time that we talk about sexuality. Because I'm going to be honest, like, obviously, I've stated that I've known you for quite some time, you know, been aware of your music, your career, you as a human being. Early on, I noticed how in the Show Me video, that's when it was kind of presented more at the forefront. Early on, were you ever apprehensive about displaying your sexuality or your preference?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, because... First off, I grew up in an era where you didn't talk about that. Okay. Like, that's not something that you said. That's not something that you displayed. And if you was like that, then you was like that to a small group of people. That wasn't necessarily like something that was displayed. Yeah. Especially from the type of background that I come from, that definitely wasn't displayed. Okay. But literally, my entire career, from literally 2016 till now, I have been contemplating on how to do it, when I should do it, or even if I should do it. And then I was more so in a phase of just trying to please people, or please the people that I was around, to get certain things, or to get what I felt like was what I earned. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you get older, you realize this is really nothing. Yeah. But the older that I got, and the more I like delve into books, and more I delve into self-identity, I was trying to appease people, but I wasn't happy. And I was trying to figure out why I got all this stuff and I'm not happy. Yeah. Like, why everybody know my song Busy, but I'm not happy? Yeah. Like what is it? And it's because I wasn't being myself. I was just trying to fit into a look, fit into a mold. And I feel like that's why I'm one of the best people to talk about it, because I did that. I did the nails, I did the hair, I did all of that. And just speaking for me, it wasn't for me. It felt like I was putting on a costume every day. Yeah. Like, because literally after that was done, I would go home and put on t-shirts with sweatpants. Yeah. I go home and put something like this on, or I'm going out, and that's always been me. And so it was kind of like, either you gonna keep putting on this costume and suck it up and start it out, or you just finna be yourself. And I feel like my close friends, they're so proud of me, because they're like, we know this is you. We know this always been you, but we know that's just what you had to do.
So let me ask you this, like, professionally, were you hiding it, or you just, I mean, how do you describe it?
I wouldn't say hiding it.
Okay.
I would say maybe not clarifying or not speaking about it.
Yeah.
Because even then, 2016, if you knew me, if you were in my circle,
right,
you knew I wasn't talking to no guys.
Yeah.
You knew that. Like, and even the guys who would try to talk to me, I'm pretty sure they talk to each other. They figured out, oh, she hasn't talked to nobody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so at some point, you realize, oh no, Bentley don't like guys. She like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I mean with that. But no, I wasn't broadcasting it like show me.
Right.
Like to me, show me is a broadcast.
Yeah.
Like that's what you saying. That's So that's where
I'm careful about how I ask this question. Like, when did this preference like begin in your life?
I'll say maybe like 8th grade.
Okay.
8th grade, I knew for sure. Like I was like, yeah, this is me right here. Like, and then high school, I kind of dibbed and dabbed. By the time I got in my 2nd year of college, then that's just what it was. Like, I full more embraced it. But also, you got to understand, I was in a situation to where that couldn't fully be me. Yeah. Like, that couldn't be me from the music standpoint and from my background as far as my family-wise. Yeah. Like, that couldn't be me at that time. So it's a little different now to where I see, like I'm saying, I'm teaching and I see young girls or young guys, and I'm not gonna lie, I look at it like, oh, okay, because I'm kind of on the fence with it. Because when I was young, I really wish my mom would have let me be how I am, but at the same time, I do understand why I wasn't allowed to do certain things because I wasn't old enough. You see what I'm saying? So now that I'm a teacher, I just try to embrace whatever they are. Yeah. Whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, I just embrace it. Because one thing I do understand is they're young. Yeah. What they're feeling right now may not be how they feel when they're 21. Correct. It may not be how they feel when they're 25, 30. Correct. You see what I'm saying? So you got to let that child grow up and just see, you know what I'm saying, for themselves. So that's kind of, I guess you could say, the pros and the cons of that, because I'm pretty sure eventually down the line, my students may see my video, you know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily hide anything from them, but right. I'm pretty sure they'll see it and maybe have questions. So, yeah. And
that's the thing about you. Like, I appreciate your transparency. Like, you're truly an open book. Yeah. How accepting was your family in the beginning? I mean, because you spoke about it was kind of challenges with your mom and stuff like that. Like, how accepting were they?
I mean, I think it was accepted as much to be expected. Yeah. As far as knowing my upbringing, my background, I mean, I was literally raised in the church. So you can kind of guess what that means. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I will say, me being older and just me being more mature, I understand that a parent just wants their child to make sure that they have somebody in their life that loves them and cares about them and they're safe. That's what I have learned. And like I said, I'm not a parent, but as far as parenting, they just want to make sure that their child is safe. And so after that, everything else will come. So if you struggling, that's not safe. If you're not being able to be provided for, that's not safe. You know what I'm saying? So anything will come from that if it's not flowing. So I just feel like my family I guess they was trying to see if this is really who I was. And if it's not, then you don't even need to be doing it. And if it is, we're going to love you, and this is how it goes. So, yeah.
One thing I can say about you, though, you definitely in your winning season.
Yes.
Let's talk about them brands, baby. Let's talk about them brands. What's happening?
Let me tell you. So, shout out Busy Brand. That is my merch line. Winning season. That is what we are promoting right now. Winning season, it just encompasses everything. If you got a new promotion at your job, if you just now want to start a new business, I don't know if you want an award, if you got a speaking engagement, anything that you do, if you just had a baby, like anything in your life going on right now, I'm really big on manifesting. So even if I took an L today, it's still my winning season. You see what I'm saying? And that's just kind of like what I'm trying to promote with the discipline and the positivity. Like every season should be your winning season, regardless.
I love it. And of course, you also got another motto: I don't rap, I write songs.
Yes.
I'm feeling that.
Yes, and I started that because I felt like Memphis, or like maybe like the top people in Memphis, I don't know, they was just linking us all up as rappers. Like, oh, those are just rappers, or they just rap. No, we write songs, we compose, we go to a studio, we record on state-of-the-art equipment, we get it mixed, we get it mastered, we perform it, we register our songs, we put it on SoundScan. Like, we do a lot of stuff. We not just out here rapping. And I feel like when they say that, when they say we just rappers, it made me think like Biggie Smalls when he was on the corner, he was just rapping. No, we not just rapping. Like, this 2024, the rapper that you thinking about, that's not the rapper no more. We're talking about rappers who are not just rappers. We're talking about artists. Now, there are some people who might just rap just because it's fun. We're talking about people that actually put in time, work into their craft. Those are people that I classify as artists.
Man, I look at you guys as brands, because
even better.
It's like McDonald's, it's like Pepsi, it's like Jus Bentley. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm
like,
saying.
that's what we doing. But I'm looking and I see you got something over there. I'm trying to figure out what you got popping.
Last time I came, you had asked me for some merch, right? But I didn't have no merch on me. I was too busy.
It's busy and it's sold out. I understand.
But now I brought you 2 shirts. I guess your size. So let me tell you something. If it's not your size, just pretend like it's your size. Okay. So I got you my rock star. I gotta get you the rock star so you can promote the new tape. And I got you a busy vision, because I know you be busy like me, and you got that busy vision.
Yeah.
Now next time I might have that winning season for you, but let me tell you, I gotta be real. That just sells out. Like, every time I put like new hats or new shirts, I'm talking about it's gone. It's out the door. But I got you though, man. But yeah, I had to make sure you was right this time.
Hey, I sure appreciate it. And of course, I will be rocking that on the show. I will be supporting that brand. So you never know, you might catch me rocking that on BrinkTV or Brink Radio. You never know. Just stay tuned to see it happen. Now, you also, you ship. You do ship, and for the local orders, like, you could meet up.
I do a meet up with them. Central location. Definitely central. This is still Memphis.
Yeah.
Facts. Now, but if y'all want to shop, y'all can DM me directly. I can send you all the different designs that I have. You can let me know what size you need. Most orders usually take like less than a week. So you order on a Monday, I should have it to you by Friday. So definitely hit me up.
So that mean you can be fresh for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Get that order in as quickly, ASAPidly, make that happen. So I hate to, go down a more emotional trail, so to speak. You recently did a freestyle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I noticed how you actually said in the caption, you struggled with releasing it. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. I did a freestyle about my grandma. She had passed away on the 21st of February. Man, like, it was just a lot to process, because I actually found out driving to work. And I had to pull over because it was just so many emotions, like, rushing. You know what I'm saying? And I told my mom, I was like, I wish you would have told me after work. But we ended up linking up, because I couldn't go into work, because I'm one of those people that's like, I'm excited. Like, I'm ready to start the day, And I know if I would have walked in, it would have been so many questions, like, And I was like, I just can't accept that right now. So we ended up linking up, me and my mom and my sister, for breakfast. And it's so crazy. Our family is so crazy. Like, sometimes when things happen, we just want each other around, but we might not talk about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to be in each other's presence, but we're not going to bring it up. So we ended up having breakfast, and then we had breakfast at Cracker Barrel. And it's so crazy because my mom, she went to go pay for the food, and they have like books and bears and stuff in there. And right by the register, it's a book on there. It's called Grandma Loves You. And I was like, I'm not big into like, signs, all this or whatever. But I was like, it is so crazy that this happened on this day we're all here right now, and I see this book at this moment. Like, to me, it was just like, I don't know. It wasn't real in that moment.
Yeah.
And then so fast forward to me going to the funeral. It was so many things that I didn't know about a funeral that I found out that day. And I was like, just look, I remember everything vividly. Like I can see it right now. But one thing that stood out to me was like, I remember what the wheels look like on the, where they lift the casket up. I know what like the little hydraulics thing look like. And this is something that I didn't know. I didn't know in the casket, they lift you up and lift you down, right? So as the man was lifting her down, I was looking, I was like, where is she going? And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I didn't know that. And the whole service, I'm just like looking, I'm looking at the bolts on the wheels. Like, I'm looking at it's like, why am I looking at this stuff so intensely? But it was like everything was bright. Everything was vivid. Everything was, I don't know, it was a celebration, even though it wasn't, I would say a happy time.
Right.
It was, like I said, even down to the wheels, they were shiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, I will never forget, and everything is just all coming together. But I had hit my producer up, Desi, and I told her, I was like, I got this song. And usually when we do music, like I tell her I got a song, we might listen to it, all this stuff, whatever. But this one, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I sent her the beat, or we got the beat, and I just went in. Like, I was like, I don't even want to talk about this, or I don't even want to, like, I just need to get this off. And so I recorded it, and I listened to it, you know what I'm saying? But, before that time, and I was like, I told my sister after the funeral, I was like, I think I want to do a video. Like, I think I just want to, get it out, because I got it on my phone. I keep listening to it, but I'm like, I just want to get it out. So she ended up holding the phone for me, recording it, and I put it out with the caption, because I'm like, I know this ain't something that I normally do, but like, y'all, this is how I'm coping. Like, this how I'm getting it out. You know what I'm saying? So like, she was one of them ones for sure. But the response I've been getting from it is just like, wow, like I didn't know so many people was maybe going through that themselves, or, didn't know how to cope, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe knew my grandma and stuff like that. Like, I just been getting so much love from it. Like, it's really helping me to be like, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely my condolences go out to the family, because, man,
that.
Losing Granny is like, man.
Like, your matriarch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already didn't have a granddad on my mom's side. So this was like, I'm talking about Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever game night, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. So it's like, I'm trying to see how the rest of the year gonna go, man.
Yeah. But the wisdom that they gave, that's always gonna live through you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts, that's true.
Like I say, long live them grannies, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna try my best to liven this thing up a little bit more. You mentioned that you trying to get into acting, man. What's happening? Jus Bentley finna be on that joint acting, bro. What's up with it?
Man, look, y'all need to call me if y'all need a female doing a comedy role. I'm not trying to do nothing serious. I ain't really trying to do no romance. I just want to do the funny stuff. So that's all I want to do. Y'all seen Discipline? Yeah. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to do.
So what you saying is you ain't trying to be Detective Bentley?
No, I ain't trying to be detective. If she can tell some jokes, yeah. If she can make some people laugh, yeah. Make me like Martin or something like that. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I do that for sure. But yeah, I just wanna get into it, just to, dib and dab to it, kind of like how I did with photography and videography. I didn't really know if I could do it, but until I did it. So I just want to, add that to my resume. And I might do it and find out, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? But at least I can say I tried. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be. You know what I'm saying? It might be that. So, yeah.
Yeah, hey, we definitely going up with it. So I got to ask you, man, what's popping with Don Tripp these days?
Man, working hard.
That man put on a clinic last year. I'm talking about,
Bro, that man needs to be stopped. Do you hear what I'm saying?
He needs to be studied.
That too. No, for real, he needs to be studied. No, facts. Like, man, it's so crazy. I hit him up He be like, yeah, I'm at the studio. I'm like, okay, cool, man. And that Friday, yeah, tape dropping. Nigga, I just talked to you. Would you just finish recording it now and then you finna put it out? Like, bro, like to have somebody like that in your corner to where you don't have to talk to every day. You don't have to call every day. But you know when you text, when you call, within a time frame, he gonna hit you back. Yeah. Or in a time frame, he gonna give you some help or guidance on whatever your question is. And just to be able to have that, or it give me an extra push because I'm like, this man dropped 12 tapes and like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 visuals. Man, my visuals need to be coming like that. Like, he got a team doing it. I need a team doing. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I was saying it's the difference in teaching and being the example. He's the example. I'm trying to mold my what's coming next quality. Whether you like a Don Tripp song or not, you cannot say it's not quality.
I saw a post recently that went viral on Facebook. It said something to the effect of, I will never forgive Memphis for how they did Don Tripp.
Man.
How would you speak to that?
Honestly, I would feel like, I feel like that's a question you would have to ask him. Because me personally, I have always listened to Don Tripp, so I don't know how Memphis did him. He's always been a top rapper to me. He's always been one of them ones. So I don't really know what that means. Now, if they're talking about like mainstream, then you gotta, to me, then you don't know who Don Tripp is. Like, you don't listen to none of his music because he obviously tells you that that's not what he trying to do. That's not what he looking for. Right. So I feel like them people, they just trying to be in a conversation. Because if you a Don Tripp fan, you understand why that's not like that is. You see what I'm saying? But let's go back to what I was saying. You got to figure out what type of artist you want to be. Yeah. We talking about an artist who was already signed to a major label and saw that wasn't for him and has been doing it independent. So what would that question mean? If that's the case, how would Memphis have done anything to him? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, I've been rocking with dudes since Good Morning. I don't give a F if you don't like me.
Right.
You understand me?
I'm talking about him.
I've been there.
Right. Yeah.
Man, definitely shout out to Don Tripp. So, hey, go ahead, get the people all your social media that way they can stay up to date with you.
Definitely. You can follow me on all platforms at Jus Bentley and on YouTube at Jus Bentley TV. I'm talking about y'all can keep up with me on my new videos, my new merch dropping, my new music, any and everything. Look, just like this interview, I'm an open book. So if you got a question you want to ask, you can DM me, long as it's respectful. Don't be... Because I'm going to leave on red. But if it's respectful, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Features, I got the booking number in my bio, so y'all can hit me up for that. But yeah, man, shout out BrinkTV. If you ain't got a BrinkTV interview, what are you doing? This is the platform to be on, man.
Hey, I really appreciate that. And I didn't tell her to say that, nor did I pay her to say that. Hey, she said it out of the kindness of her heart. I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, this interview, hey, it's a lot for these people to, so y'all gonna be eating on this one for a while. Like, trust me. Like, we've talked about things that I'm not sure if you've ever talked about on other platforms. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't ask me some questions ain't nobody ever asked.
Yeah. Hey,
but that's good though.
I'm
like
happy.
I wanted that.
I'm happy. Hey, with that being said, now back to Brink Radio. Don't move.